I first started coming here, I felt so ashamed. I felt like, not dirty, but that awful that I couldn't manage, that I didn't have the funds or resources to just basically live. And they helped in every way that they could. You just don't think someone's going to give you something that costs so much money, but they did. Just coming down the high street one day and bumped into Erika out there, started talking to Erika. She explained what her resources were and what Waste Not Want Not was about. I couldn't believe it. I was so relieved, because obviously with the cost of living, basic shopping, and was just getting out of control. I have both my grandchildren, and Erika was just like, she's like my little guardian earth angel, to be quite honest. She sort of, they've changed my life, for the better, obviously. I've had a hip replacement twice now in the same hip, and it's gone so far down my leg now I can't have that one done. I suffer with arthritis, fibromyalgia really badly. So they're getting me an electric blanket, something which is a luxury I couldn't afford. So on my worst days, I can't get out of bed. Erika will ring me. She will bring shopping to me. Yeah, they're there. They're just like always there. It doesn't matter what. My fridge broke down. I just didn't know what I was going to do. They'd done a fund and got me a fridge, an air fryer to help us with our electric. They've helped us so much. You know, it's only like 20 quid a week. It saved us in electricity, but that's a shop here, you know, a full shop. Most of us can't go out and afford £500 for school uniform, but they give us a grant and help us to get school uniforms for all our kids. So there's not much in our lives that they don't help us with. You know, if your kids haven't got a pair of shoes on their feet, you'll Erika get money for the shoes. If you come in and your child hasn't got a coat, she'll make sure they've got a coat. I can't tell you how much we need them, because everyone of us need them. You know, we genuinely wouldn't get by without them. Can't tell you how much they enhance our lives, because we wouldn't have this otherwise. We wouldn't. You can come in here on your worst day, and it can be the worst day. You don't think you can get any worse, and you'll leave here smiling, because that each and every one of the volunteers will go above and beyond to help you, even if you just come in here crying. You know, because I have many times. They're there. They're there to support you, and you come in on your best days, and they leave smiling. So yeah, if it wasn't for them, there's some weeks I wouldn't be able to shop. I wouldn't be able to put electric on. I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. Yeah, they literally keep us above water. They just change your life, because I have got my family. I'm literally on my own with my boys, and these are my family.
It's a real mixed bag, our service. So you can have somebody who's homeless, you could have somebody who is actually working but really struggling, because the government threshold, I know we've got to have a cut-off point, but there's a lot of people out there that actually both work their socks off and their mortgages have gone up, or the rents have gone up, the food bills have gone up, let alone the energy bills. So our doors, are open to anybody really that needs support. And don't feel ashamed, because I think we're all in the same boat. I'm sat here today as CEO of a charity, but I have been through times when it's been hard. Both myself and my partner got made redundant 3 years ago, so that could well have been me. You just don't know. So we support a mixed bag. You could be a single parent, anybody. If you're struggling with food or finances, then pop in and come and see us. It doesn't matter who you are, where you've come from. We are non-judgmental, and we will always sit and listen. And my philosophy is listen to people. It could be you tomorrow. You just don't know what's around the corner.
cost of living crisis. You know, it's affecting a lot of people, and it's not only people on benefits. You know, we're having people that are, you know, dual families, like mum, dad, children. They're working and they're still not able to cope. So, you know, it's not just people with benefits that we help anymore. It's, like I say, it's family with mum, dad, you know, that are both earning, and they still can't cope with, you know, the cost of living. So, and that's, I feel, is why our numbers have shot up. Well, even from when I started, and I've been there, 18 months now, we've seen a huge amount of people coming through the door that all need our help, especially people that are working. They're thinking, why am I going to, you know, a social supermarket to go and get my shopping? I'm working. I should be able to afford my bills and buy my shopping and do everything without getting in debt, or, you know, whatever their issue is. They are devastated and they just don't know what to do. They don't know where to turn, who to ask for help. So it's good that they see the shop being on the high street. They just come in and ask, you know, what is this? You know, how can it help us?
Personal circumstances led us to a situation where we needed action.
Do you have family yourself? I mean,
Yes.
That's, how long have you been using Western Malt?
In the beginning, full on, it's a good year, 18 months, and they really helped. When you're already in a bad situation and you're relying on money from the government, it's not a lot. But a place like this, it enables you to actually eat healthy. You meat, vegetables, fruits and stuff, especially having children as well. Yeah. And it allows you to have a healthy lifestyle, not just relying on 50p pizzas and chips and stuff. So,
What have kids benefited from it?
but when they eat healthy,
Yeah.
they come in here and start for great love. They don't make them feel like they're the odd ones out. You know, they make them just feel like they're just normal. You know,
Normal kids.
yeah. So I mean, kids are a bit oblivious to a lot of things. But when they used to maybe say shopping in Sainsbury's or Tesco's, coming into somewhere like here, it is very different to the standard supermarkets. But the people that work here to make you feel welcome, kids are entertained as well.
Did they come down for Halloween or?
Yeah.
What did they get up to? I'm sort of still yet to see the pictures, to be honest.
Came for Halloween, there was pumpkin carving, chocolate biscuit making, decorate all the cakes and stuff, which they love. Carving pumpkins galore. They had some games that the kids were playing, buffet type, trolley outs, the kids would have some nibbles. But you come in and they just make you feel normal, like it's okay. When you're in those situations, it can be emotional, but they also, you know, they're not shy of giving a hug if you need it or stuff like that. So yeah, you come in, never been in that position, so all of a sudden you are, it doesn't feel great. You feel like you're failing your family, your loved ones and all the rest of it, but and you come in in 5 minutes to think, oh, you're giving a hug and a tissue, and then, you know, you show around where everything is, because it's all new. You do get emotional support here as well. They won't let you walk around the shop seeing that you're upset or something's going on, something's on your mind. They'll always put that offer out, are you okay, do you want to talk about it? Sometimes you can just hear an accent. Other times, if you do, you can go with a little quiet room and just talk about what's going on, and if they can help, I guarantee that they will help, or they'll find a way to be able to help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Get in touch.
Sometimes just saying hello to people, just smiling, I take it very seriously, because sometimes a smile go along to somebody who have to live in by their own, or or have a long illness. It's just doing something to give back to the community. Anyone walk in, they straight away we really make sure they feel dignified, and we make sure that they feel that they're a human being, they are worthy. At least you can come and they can make a nice little meal for you, a cup of tea for £1, and you see it's like a social hub. And what amazing things, you going by a kilo of potato is 25p. Where could you go and get fresh potato or a lot of different vegetable for 25p the kilos? Or because the bread is free. There's tins of beans, 25p. You can have like coffee under £2. You have some cereals, 55p the box, different brand, which is amazing. I like about Erika, she's such a fair lady. She's very fair, and we all feel we are one. There's no somebody of a different culture, different background, different this. We are all one team. And I tell you, as a leader, her leadership, she didn't pay me, by the way, to say this, her leadership style is win-win. Everybody, we stand together. And that's very rare.
Our social supermarket is somewhere where you can come and you can shop as you would anywhere else. It gives you items that you may not be able to afford anywhere else at a price you can afford. It's a donated price. If you can afford the donated price, great. If you can't, we will work with you and ensure that you go out of that door with all the food that you need to feed your household. It's the whole package. Social supermarket is about feeding people, but it's also about saving a landfill. So listening to our members, because it's all about our members at the end of the day, I listened to what they wanted. And listening to people, they'd come in and they'd want to chat. So COVID caused a lot of isolation. So the coffee shop, was designed really to show people that actually you don't have to be struggling. If you're feeling lonely, come in and have a chat. The kitchenette area was designed so that even if you were living in a bedsit, let's show you that actually you can make a wholesome meal. And then, of course, we designed the shop as any other shop would be. Let people come in and feel they get the sense of choice, dignity, and control with their money. Let's have these people making choices, budget, and help them move into a better place, I guess. We get a lot of people from the NHS come in. Some of them come in because they've bought somebody they're supporting. So they come in and talk to us about that. While they're there, they actually realise that actually we can support them as well. A lot of people work long hours. We give, our ambulance guy comes in, he collects cakes and bread from us so that he can keep his crew fed throughout the day, because they're so busy they can't get out to have snacks and sandwiches, work long hours that actually can't get out. So we would support them. When I first joined Poole, Not Want Not, we collated about 280 households. I would say now we are collating 661 at my last count. That's households. So that's over 900 adults and 520 children.
What do you think that's affected those numbers for that increase? Is it just awareness, or are times getting harder, do you think? I mean, what are your views?
I think coming out of COVID, people lost jobs. They were made redundant. Mental health was high, poor mental health. So people lost jobs. I think cost of living crisis. We had the war. there's so much that has had a huge impact on all of our finances. So I think times are getting hard. Yeah, I just feel that food costs have gone through the roof, energy prices are through the roof, rents, private renting. Okay, we get both sides of private renting. The landlord needs to pay their mortgage, so they've got to increase the rents. But people's wages aren't going up, are they? The cost of living is outgrowing our needs.
You just plod on with life and you don't even think about this. You go to supermarkets like your stuff, you don't know what they're doing with it. No idea that it. I had no idea this sort of even existed. Oh, you can do so much with it.
Yeah.
And what you can, on what we do with it. When it's no good, it goes to the pigs and it goes to the sheep and ducks and all sorts of animals have our waste. It don't just feed pigs; it feeds all sorts of farmed animals. We've got two people who collect the stuff. One person collects everything, and the other person just takes the bread. From dogs to cats or whatever we got, we'll feed some animals.
So it's really nothing goes to waste.
No, nothing goes to waste. No.
We're very fortunate. We've got supermarkets around our conurbation who support us with free goods. Our fruits and our vegetables are what they would generally throw away. So that's saving landfill. We source through everything, and if it's fit for human consumption, it will go on our shelves. If it's not, then our pig farmer will take it.
This is where we do our picking in here. This is where they collect it. They come and collect it in here 6 days a week. We could get up to 20 crates a day, yeah, but not necessarily every day. These two vans, this one and that one, they both work in the daytime and in the evening. This one does 9, and this one does how many about 7, isn't it?
Yeah, we're about 6. Yeah, well, we go from Ferndown and we go down to Westbourne and we go over to Poole as well. And sometimes we go up to Beachbridge, yeah, not quite as far as that, but back again, yeah. It's a depot, it's where it's a day or so out a day. And we unload at the depot and it's ready for us. And so then we move off to the next drop off. And then it's all about separated by 20 minutes. And then we come back here and we unload. So, yeah.
So we do Tesco's Asda. This one does Tesco's times 2, Asda times 2, Lidl's, Co-op, and Sainsbury's.
It's quite an array, really, isn't it?
And we do them
Quite a mixed bag.
Yeah. Lidl's can fill this on its own. You've got a Lidl's and they can fill this with flowers, plants. Some of them just come back and cut it again. You can't get it all on. I think it helps a lot. A lot of people rely on there. You see more and more people coming in doing a weekly shopping here, and they're not just coming in to buy the toiletries because they can get it cheaper, But there is that. We try to prevent that and say, listen, and we got the thing on the till as well. So if they don't come in, it tells us so we can look at them and say, oh, hang on, mate, you're supposed to have no money. You're not coming here for 5 weeks, so you're obviously shopping somewhere else. Yeah. So you can afford it. So we can do that as well.
I need some milk today. Oh, and if they say, sorry, you can't have 2 milks, Rosie, there's only a few in, they just pick one up and you don't mind, because you know that you're in the same boat as everybody else. So you don't mind thinking, oh, well, I've only got 1 milk today, sort of thing. It's not a problem because you know that everyone's there for the same reason that you're there for. So,
all in the same boat together.
Yeah, all in the same boat, all on the same island. So, there's only a few of us left in the boat. There's only a few of us left on the island. I initially got introduced to it through a friend. So she took me down there and I spoke to Erika. And Erika, I think it was Erika, said to me, well, aren't you a member, Rosie? I said, no, because I'm still working. And she said, well, that doesn't matter. If you're not earning X amount of money, then you're perfectly entitled to come and be a member of Waste Not Want Not. You could go in there and you can feel right up down on the dumps, right down on the ground. You come out feeling like you're on cloud 9 because they're all friendly. They chat to you. They know your name. And Trevor's always happy. what do you want today then, Rosie? Do you want one of my lovely cups of tea, sort of thing, you know? And it's brilliant.
Do you have to? You don't have to be a member. Just go
No,
for a
you
cup
don't
of tea.
have to be a member to go in and have a cup of tea and something to eat. You have to be a member to do your shopping. I think it makes quite a big impact, particularly people who have got problems. Because I see a lady when I go down there. I don't know her personally, but I know her from going down there. And sometimes on a Saturday, she'll wait for me to go down there because she'll sit and chat, and I'll sit and chat to her. But once someone has spoken to someone, they feel 10 times better because they've got it out of their system. And I think it benefits an awful lot of people through friendship, through just being able to go in, sit down, have a cup of tea and a natter. And, you know, they never go by without coming over. You all right, Rosie? You know, and not just me, it's everyone. You okay? You know, everything okay, sort of thing, you know. And if you say, well, no, I've got a problem, they'll sit down and they'll listen to you. And like I said, even without the person like Erika or any of them talking to you, they will sit and chat to you. And I think if you can talk to someone about any problems, then it's good for you. It doesn't become someone else's problems, but sometimes it works itself out just because someone has taken the trouble to sit down and talk to you, which is what they do. It's just an amazing place. And also money wise, I mean, I feed stray cats, which I get quite a lot of food down there. It's quite a lot cheaper, but for me as well, you know, it does save me. Just go down there. Don't be afraid. Just go in, speak to people, tell them what you want. Even if you've got a problem, sit down. Someone will help you through it. And I know they will. I know they will because I've heard them doing it. You know, go there and be amazed. Put it that way. You know, because they are amazing. So yes, it does change your life, whether you like it or not. It does help you, and it will change your life. So I think it's a blimmer good thing.
I initially started a charity with my late husband, known as Bill, back in 2015. We were having to store everything at home, and then every Monday we'd take it down the shop, and then we'd take it back home again. And we converted, with approval from the environmental health, we converted the carport into a storage room, and we had our own freezer there that we used to store frozen food in. And it was something we never imagined would have even ever grown as big as this. We were literally there to help people on the breadline. We knew there was problems in this area, but we didn't realise how extensive they were. And one day we had a gentleman come in because his son had told him so much about what we did and how it worked. He came down and just out of the blue said, have you thought about having your own place? We said, well, yes, but we can't afford it. They just said to me, find yourself a shop. He just says, don't worry about the money. Just go and find yourself a shop. Talk about prayers being answered was really, really lovely of him. I just couldn't, well, neither of us could believe what we were hearing. Although it was a dream to have a shop and be able to help more people in the community, you still sort of erred on the side of caution. Anyway, we eventually found this one, and then they said, you need the floor doing. They said, you need a van, and they brought us a van. We started the charity in October 2015. By 2018, we were moving in here. Yes, it was a lot of hard work. Yes, we didn't know what we were going to be doing. We were still putting tables up. We had no equipment. The shopkeeper, who was down at Sandbanks, was closing, and he offered us everything. At that time, we didn't have the resources of anybody else. It was just literally this one charity. We worked from 8 in the morning till late at night. I mean, Bill, I'd have been 68, and Bill would have been 78 when we started it all. So it was a lot of work, but we did it. We put our heart and soul in it. Erika came into the business, and from then onwards, we've never looked back. As I say, without Erika, I don't know where we'd be. We're really happy now that we've got and Leanne and so many others working as well as volunteering here. We used to think we'd had a good day if we'd had £25 in donations, and I know it's escalated far above that now. And I'm just so grateful that we've got people carrying on our vision. And I lost Bill in January, but we're still going, and we will still keep going. And I know Erika will keep the legs going. We just never dreamed it would be like it is, and it's been such a blessing to so many people.
Well, the impact of obviously food prices are going through the roof, and they're going up each week. But what we do, it's mainly off price or even cheaper. At least they get a cheap shop. They can do it for a few days. They can do it for a whole week. Probably less than 50 quid for a family of four. A lot of the things like the cakes and the bread, it's all free. If we have like a lot of stock of one fruit or veg or whatever, that's free as well. We just give it them. So we don't, have loads left over at the end of the day. Food waste is a lot goes to waste. But all we get from the supermarkets, you can see how much we're just one supermarket. So wherever else they send it to as well, all the food banks. So you can imagine how much food waste is being done.
Do you think it's a lot?
Hell of a lot, which you can give to family of four for less than £5. We try and help them as much as we can, because obviously we work with different organisations. We can point them in the right direction, where they need to go, or the managers, Erika and Leanne, they'll either make an appointment for them to go there. And if it's food issues, we can at least give them food for 3 days at least. Some other issues that might be beyond our control, we can't do that for them. You got citizens' advice, help out like financial debt worries and things like that. Then you got other food banks around as well. We got them in like Poole, Bournemouth, Christchurch, all that way, Wimborne. We try and point them in the right direction so it's cheaper for them to go to their area. If not, then they'll have to come down here and we take care of them. Yeah, and sometimes we get vulnerable customers coming as well, so we try and help them as much as possible. They all sort of like know me now and all get used to me. And yeah, we have a good laugh as well. They all seem pleasant enough.
They're doing here today.
Well, they're wrapping Christmas presents for the children, for all our members. So they all get a Christmas parcel, with food in it, Christmas dinner. They get a joint of meat for Christmas Day. They'll get like dessert as well, mince pies, custard, fresh vegetables. You name it, it'll be in there. Then each child and the parents will all get a present, so no one's left behind. That's another good day. You make a child happy, might not be able to afford it. It'll make you feel brilliant. A family's going to have some food on Christmas Day. A child's going to open a present. So that's all the thanks you need. Watching that child smile. You can always get proud moments. If you help one person a day, you go home happy. And that's all thanks you need. If you can just make one person happy, then it could be a better place. If you can't help them, then obviously you'd sort of like not failed, but you try and help someone as much as you can. But 9 out of 10, we do help them in some ways or not. But it's that 1% you probably can't help. And you think, well, could I have done better? Could I have done something else different? But I try once I leave the shop, I try and leave it behind. But 'cause obviously you got your own life and you got work life as well, so you try and leave it behind. But sometimes you can't. You're still thinking about it when you go home. You probably try it a different way. Then you keep trying the same different methods until you actually get it right. I'm helping people. You can't get much happier than that.
The trouble is, the shop does so much, doesn't it? It does so much. I don't think I could sit here and say that there's one thing that is our core anymore. It used to be food, but I feel now it's inclusion, it's mental health, it's, you know, we support the NHS a lot. It's prevention, you know, mental health, mental well-being, physical well-being. It's huge, isn't it? And I think if we can prevent somebody having high blood pressure because they can eat better, then that's what we're here for. You know, it's about supporting you to have a better life. If somebody's listening to this video today and they think, well, actually, this could be me, I could do with some support, just come in the shop and talk to us. Come in the shop, have a cup of tea, get the feel of the shop, talk to the members. Somebody will listen to you, and I'm sure we can help you on your journey to a brighter future.